Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to speak directly about the nation's preeminent anti-poverty program for the elderly and the nation's preeminent anti-poverty program for children, something that Congress needs to focus on, and so does the administration. You could imagine how many Americans, whether they're here today or listening at home, when they heard over the weekend that Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, a billionaire, said that Social Security is a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. That Ponzi scheme that assists over 70 million Americans is hardly a Ponzi scheme, nor is it a scam. What the real scam is to tell the American people that you need $2 trillion and assign that to a billionaire who has no accountability, did not have to go through Senate approval, is not a government employee, isn't even a volunteer, and yet he is placing his will on a Republican-led Congress in both the House and Senate. All that's needed is 3 Republicans to stand up and say, no, wait a minute. This is not what the nation needs. We do not need to cut Social Security benefits. We need to enhance them. Mr. Speaker, as you're aware, in your district alone, there are 189,000 Social Security recipients who haven't received an increase in more than 50 years. There are 147,000 retirees, 20,000 disabled workers, 8,700 widows, 3,700 spouses, and 9,000 plus children who are depending upon Congress to fulfill its responsibility and job. And furthermore, a fact that most members don't realize, and in your district, Mr. Speaker, in Minnesota, you get $325 million monthly that comes into those Social Security recipients. It hasn't been adjusted in more than 50 years. It's long overdue for Congress and for the citizens of this country to demand of their Congress that they take a vote, that they let the people know where they stand and whether they're going to stand with them and the nation's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and children, or you're going to stand with Elon Musk and Trump to make sure that $2 trillion gets cut so that it can make way for further tax cuts for the nation's wealthiest 1%. At $500 billion plus, you would think Mr. Musk might say, hey, you know what? This is a great nation that has provided me these great opportunities. How about we care for them the same way this nation has cared for us? He won't lose a moment's night's sleep. But for more than 40 million Americans, Social Security is the only benefit that they have. They will be losing sleep over the fact that they're worried about whether it's in Minnesota or Connecticut, whether or not they're going to be able to get their benefits. The thing they rely on to put food on their table, to heat and cool their homes. This is no extravagant item that people are asking for. This is something they have earned and they've paid for, and their government continues not to act and respond the way that they should do. Mr. Speaker, we need a vote. You owe it to your people. We owe it to ours. Let's have a vote and give these individuals the Social Security benefits they need. I yield back.